Robot mode activated.
It's a brand new month, and thank you for joining our new vlog, Pop Bits Trending, brought to you by Blueprint.ph, where we turn your likes into votes. And tonight, we will take on a very mystical meaning in the cultural imagination of tarot reading and feng shui. So please do share this if you want to know a little more about your social media. And we will be together for 60 minutes. Um, we have influencers, games, and we will talk about everything that is trending. So generally, kayo ang aming pag-uusapan at kung ano ang madalas ninyong subaybayan sa social media. So let's get started. You just saw the Pop Bits March trending videos. So yan po yung mga nag-trend using our technologies to know about the new keywords that were top trending in the March time. So more of that will be featured on this vlog. So it seems that K-pop is getting stronger and stronger. Last episode na bukas ng Vincenzo. So buti na lang sa Pilipinas may pambato tayo, SB19. And did you know that the South Korean government is giving a lot of support to their K-pop for a long time, kaya sikat na sila ngayon. So sana all, but you know, we have SB19 and it could be a start for us as well. So nominated sila ngayon sa Billboard Awards for Best Social Media Artist. So congrats to them and to the Philippines. So right now, it's the time for us to talk about our special guest. So as I said a while ago, we will explore on a very cultural imagination. So for me, I've been very frank about it. Marami akong reservations before, but tonight I want to dispel all of that and just be open to what our speakers and our guests will present us tonight. So if you have questions, also feel free to interact with us, chat, and comment in our comment section below. So for our first guest, she's been doing Feng Shui or Feng Shui since 2006. Her clients vary from individuals and celebrities. So let's welcome Miss Chris Capco. Good evening. Okay, so while we're waiting for her, meron lang, i-unmute lang natin si Miss Chris. For our second one, she has been a tarot counselor since 2002, and she does a lot of energy reading and healing with the focus on individuals seeking clarity and coaching. So let's welcome Miss Kay Domingo. Good evening po sa aming mga guests. Welcome to Pop Bits Trending.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi, Pam.
Yes, good evening po,
Okay.
Miss Kay or Pam.
Hello.
Miss
So,
Pam?
can you give us muna po a little bit of background on what it is that you do? Kasi marami akong misconceptions about tarot reading and feng shui. So, simulan po natin si Miss Kay. Ano po ba yung basics ng tarot reading?
Okay. First of all, I understand the reservation. Even ako, I was in the closet for the longest time. Same with the reservation. But this is something that I feel that I like doing, and I've been doing it since 2002. I invested a lot in studying it, and it's not an easy training because this practice is based on a lot of practice. So what we do, I could consider tarot reading as a form of alternative healing. So it's not mainstream. We deal more with mental health and clarity. And so some concepts that we carry on are considered occult by the streamlined or the more popular religious groups, which is to tell it frankly. But you know, this is a big world, and we have a lot of wisdom around. And the bottom line of everything is to give love and advocate kindness and have some clarity on what to do during this lifetime, especially during this time and age of disruptions. And that's why we need a lot of alternative, not only the mainstream. The mainstream is, if I have clients and I feel that they really need professional help, I always tell them, you have to seek professional help because this is something that that sector could decide upon and not mine. Okay, so that's the mainstream background. The goal is to mainstream things also. In the US, this is a $2 billion industry. In the Philippines, we have a lot of this, and we cannot at least convert this somehow into GDPs at the same time. So may mga ganong klaseng mga realizations. Though I know it still has a long way to go, but that is the function that we do. It could be another set of industry, or it could be another way to heal people and all. I've been doing this since 2002. I also came from your college, and I had a mentor there who encouraged me to do this. And then I believed that I would. And then it was a struggle, it was really a struggle as a niece of a nun with cousins who are priests, who grew up in a family of very, very good Catholic people. But me, I always felt that I'm, an outlier. In whatever, even among my friends or among my family. And I just learned to love myself on that one, as an outlier, as an alternative, as somebody who would always disrupt beliefs. It took me a while to really do that, but I like that for now. So it was really a really long process of self-discovery. So yung mga ganang klaseng Trevor ba. I studied under the auspices of a psychotherapist who used the tarot cards para siguro mas maging accessible. Kasi mas mura siya. At saka accessible. Mas mura talaga kaysa, you know how much it costs, and konti lang talaga yung psychotherapist during that time. So, meron mga ganun. Madami kami, nag-aral talaga kami, and we were professionals. Some of them are engineers. A lot of them are in the BPO industry. Some of the closet ones are even doctors, those kinds of, not. So the stereotype kasi is we're mahuhula and some swindler. Yes, that's true. There could be, but not all. Some of us really studied hard. I guess Chris also studied hard, especially the ones in astrology. We invest a lot also in those kinds of things. So we are an alternative sector, which could be somehow difficult to go out with the kind of society that we have, and we accept that, because all we need to do is just spread love and tell, yes, we may be different, but the bottom line is we came from one source, and that source only wants to have love, and diversity is always there to make things right. And this is a process. And it's okay. The misconceptions. So I hope I provided some clarity on that.
Thank you for that. And I think here in the vlog naman po, all outliers. We want them to feel welcome. And that's why I'm really interested tonight, because I really want to know about that. Because as I said, I'm one of those who thought that it's like this, pero I want it dispelled. I want to learn more about. So thank you again for that. How about kay Miss Graceful? Like, how do you...
Sa akin naman, nag-start ako ng Feng Shui at the age of 17. And nag-stop ako ng 15. Medyo maraming mga, as usual, gaya din ni Miss Pam, na Feng Shui is a lifetime process din. Maraming mga kailangan mong pag-aralan, from numbers, directions. Every year may mga bago kang dapat i-add sa mga nature mo nang natutunan sa Feng Shui. Ang Feng Shui kasi ay nakabase sa birth year mo, and palaging dapat siyang naka-align sa directions. Every year nagbabago, kaya dapat lagi mo ring ipapasok yung bagong learning and understanding. And narinig niyo ba ako?
Yes, clearly.
Oo, nagsashop kasi yung aking ano. And nung nag-stop ako, medyo natagalan akong mag-rehearse kagabi kasi nga, eto nga, papasok ako ngayon sa ating vlog ngayon. um, di ko rin alam kung paano i-intro yung sarili ko. Kasi hindi ako sanay sa ano eh, sa ganitong,
It's
alam mo yun,
okay.
virtual. Oo, sorry. Sorry
Yeah.
kung medyo awkward ang aking ano dito. Ang saan kasi sanay akong pag nagpapa-consult sa akin, it's a birthday concern. Kung it's about business, marriage, planning, based sa kuha number computation, at kung ano yung mga dapat nating i-cure or enhance. Yun po yung aking specialty. So, hindi ko po masyadong ma-explain ang science ko view dito sa
Okay lang. We'll go through it as we talk more about this. So, siguro yung isa ko po pong question is, kasi diba sa ganito pong type of reading,
Opo.
very particular kung sino yung binabasa mo.
Yes,
diba? We
opo.
have to have that connection.
Adaptions. Opo.
Yes. So, can you talk about your process? Parang paano nyo po ginagawa yun with kung sino man yung kaharap nyo who's seeking help or wants to consult with you? How does your process go? Or basically, how does yung tarot reading and feng shui happen?
Unang-una kasi, pag kaharap ko yung tao, andun yung adoption, yung vibes, yung baga, i-adapt mo yung kanyang concern sa kanyang i-consult, and sa birthday niya, tapos doon na yung tuloy-tuloy na yung parang maiisa ko doon sa formula kung paano ko i-compute based sa 9 flying stars, sa directions niya, sa allies and friends animal sign niya, based sa directions sa annual directions, and kung ano yung mga charms na pang-cure, pang-enhance, and then pagdating naman sa business, yung locations, directions, kung paano yung pang-cure and enhance din, at saka palaging nasa kung ano yung kung ano yung mga pinaka-concern lang talaga, at saka energy and aura reading po yung feng shui and reflections of needs base sa 9 flying stars po ako nagbabase. Oo. Iba sa
Siguro-
tarot actually.
Yeah.
Actually, pag ito kasi sabi ko nga sa partner ko, mahirap siyang i-virtual kasi pag hindi mo masyadong pag hindi mo ma-adapt yung energy and aura ng magko-consult sa iyo. Yun yung pinaka At saka walang personal na consultation at birthday, kung paano mo ipasok yung process, parang ganun po.
Sige. I'll ask more about yung physical and virtual reading later. But for now, I'll turn muna kay Miss Kay for her process.
Sorry.
How does she do it?
Okay, that's the same. Pretty much the same. I process with the vibrations and energy. I don't know how I do it.
I don't know how to explain also. Hindi ko ma-explain. Actually, more on ako.
Sige, maybe later when we do it. So mamaya kasi papakita natin how it will happen. Ako po yung magiging example ninyo. But I'm very excited for that. So siguro yun na lang din. Siguro si Miss Kay, because as Chris said, medyo mahirap nga pag physical virtual. Is this the same with tarot reading?
Since I've been doing this for a very long time, yung online, hindi na siya mahirap for me. Kasi I already established the process on how am I going to connect with the energy of my client. Number one, for online readings, I make sure that they are ready for that. That they really have to want it. They have to want the reading. If you don't want it, I'm just going to say, let's stop this because my energy is being blocked and I'm just going to get tired. So number one, they have to really know I have very specific schedules. I'm very strict with my schedules. I stopped doing emergency readings because that's I need my clients to calm down before they do a reading with me. So that's also protecting myself. So simula, you have to meditate and connect with the client. Parang get to know you on a, I don't know, some form of spiritual level. Um, for me, who's naturally intuitive, madali yan. Lalo na yung mga empaths. If you're a kind of person who feels the energies of the person beside you, or if you absorb whatever your partner is feeling, and then you will take it all against you. That is how empathy works. And I'm very natural with that until there was a time that it has been a problem. Pero kailangan ko siyang matutunan i-separate. And that is, I think, where the gift came from, is to be able to delineate your energy against the other energies and be able to convert those negative energies that you absorb into something that can help the other person in front of you. And I could do that without tarot. Just looking at you. Pero ayokong mapagod. So parang tool lang yan. Gagamit ako ng tool na ginawa with that intention. In the 14th century, it was a divination tool. Panghuhula. Wala pa namang masyadong science noon. So everyone is based on nature and energy and all these things. So ginagamit siya sa panghuhula. And then as years evolved, there was the time pinagbawal siya and all, naging playing cards. And then the Western civilization, hindi naman siya nawala sa civilization. It has always been there. So ngayon, it's being used at different kinds of things for healing, for divination also, for trip lang, for, all those things. And nakakatuwa nito kasi ang Gen Z, they are into this. May mga TikTokers na tarot yung ano. Kasi they want energy, they want some form of explanation in this forms of art. I had a friend before and I told him, I read this and I really like doing this, but I cannot do this out in the open because I think society is not ready yet. And then sabi niya, oh, that's art, that's okay. Because that's your art, that's how you read it. And that is when I was encouraged. No, it is my art form. I cannot draw as good as my daughter or play the piano as good as my ex or my son. I cannot draw like my brother, but I can read people and I can come to out. So that's another way of looking at it. It's another form of art. So that's my process. I really don't know. I cannot say it methodologically. Ganon. Number one. But I teach tarot reading dun sa mga interesado. So I hope that's something that that's clear enough.
So we talked about a lot yung intuition, parang it's something kasi na at least po for the two of you, it's natural. 'Di ba? Parang meron na kayo nun and it's just that you diverted a bit of your time and your efforts into this to channel that. But do you think kaya po siyang matutunan kunwari for someone na hindi as empathetic, or is it really, do you think it's a gift na kailangan you're born into it? Ano pong take niyo doon?
You really have to like it. Still passion. Marami akong kilala na admittedly hindi daw sila intuitive, but they're into this forms of art. They're into astrology is for me the easiest to go to if you think you don't have intuition, if you need to crack it up, if you need to activate. Kasi yan, at least yan, pag-aaralan mo, meron kang chart, meron kang number, meron siyang planeta, meron siyang degrees. Para ka lang nagbabasa ng ibang lengguwahe. So if you want to activate, that's the first, that's one of the things that you can go to. Second is some people go to, there are people who teach that. Like, Heidi Licauco, yung una niyang course, I think, is magbe-bend ka ng spoon. So talagang the mind work. So I think everybody has that enough intuition to activate, to be able to empathize and help other people out. Iba lang talaga yung path during this lifetime. Ako weird. Iba lang yung the intention of this dimension could be different. It could be if we believe in the multiverse, it could be different. But in the plane that we are in, it's an alternative. It's not mainstream, but it can be a form of art. It can be a form of divination, whatever. But you can learn it. Parang lahat ng bagay, pwede na matutunan as long as there's practice. Pero yun lang, you really have to want it. As in, I want it. yun siguro. Kasi marami sa amin, we don't like this. At first, kasi complicated ang buhay. Hindi siya ganun kadali. Pero
Ang agree si Chris.
di ba, Chris? Ayoko na nito kasi gusto ko maganda lang ako. Or, di ba? Or wala akong masyadong alam. Gusto ko, my life is blissful. But
Needs ko lang yung gusto kong alam yan sa nature ng buhay.
parang gusto ko lang basic. But,
please lang, baw na.
diba?
Yeah, actually,
Okay, Chris.
na-mention ni Chris kanina na nag-pause, diba? Nag-take ka ng pause in reading. But you're back. You're back again.
Palaging namang nakakonect siya, pero yung kung paano mo i-process or express yung inner mo doon sa words, yun yung mahirap siyang i-explain. Lalo pag virtual at walang direct na birth year, kung paano i-process yung formula and computations, the directions and flying stars para makuha yung mga concerns at kailangan po niyang i-enhance or cure, parang ganun. Mahirap siyang explain, parang sulok to sulok, sa gitna, sa salamin. Marami po siyang kailangang i-connect ng mga dot bago mo makuha yung core sa isang explanation. Kung explain lang, kung walang direct consult or i-analyze na concern.
Yeah, so hindi siya madali. Yun ang,
Hindi
kasi
po.
yun na isa sa mga myth, di ba?
Mahirap.
Kaya maraming di naniniwala. Yung mga out there, baka may mga viewers tayong hindi pa rin it's because pinag-aaralan din siya. Yun yung isa sa mga takeaway ko talaga here. It's not easy. Kasi may mga nakikita rin ako na intuitive sila and they think that because they're just intuitive, they don't need the cards, they don't need yung mga pinag-aralan ninyo, the numbers or whatever to guide you. May mga ganon. So yung isa ko rin na gustong i-dispel is yung idea na is your, as an art as you described, as
Yung
an
survival.
yeah.
Survival namin para hindi kami masyadong makulong doon sa nature na gano'n. Yung survival namin is kung wala kaming may connect na magpapakonsult sa amin at may-adapt namin yung kanyang concern at sa kanyang kailangan, yun yung pinaka-boundary na nilalagay namin para mag-survive kami sa sarili namin nature as reality.
Kasi the connection also has an effect
minsan mahirap
on you and your energy.
Opo, may ganun. Mahirap nga minsan mag-clean or magpagpag kumbaga para matanggal mo yung lahat ng naramdaman mo sa kanyang concern o lalo pag mga medyo mga madiin-diing mga emote or sa problema or crisis ng kanyang mga concerns. Medyo kailangan mo ng laylo or mag-relax, mag-me time, isolate or whatever. Gagawa ng distractions. Yun yung survival namin. Para kaming loner.
Kaya kailangan ng training. That's why studying it, having a mentor is very important because this has a downside to our mental health.
Palaging ganon.
The intuitives are very prone to relationships that are not healthy. Yes.
May mga discipline and principles na pwede mo sabihin, pwede mo i-explain, kailangan lagi kang mag-balance or mag-align dun sa dapat.
Ang hirap nito kasi at least sa Feng Shui, they're taught early on. You need balance, you need that. And some like me, I have to discover this on my own. So, minsan kasi dadalhin ko na lang doon na, oh shucks, ginawa ko na lahat. Pero dito ka pa rin ibabagsak. I was in the closet for 15, parang 3 years ago lang ako nag-out.
parang more on go tayo kaysa sa ating in, di ba?
3 years ago lang ako nag-out. Naglakas ng loob lang ako kasi parang wala na, parang, sige na nga. This is me. I have a life. Parang ang sabi ni Paulo Coelho, tinanong siya ni Oprah, oh, when did you learn that you could write that? Oh, when I discovered that I have a life. And that is when he started writing those things. I had the same process, but I know Paulo Coelho, I cannot write The Alchemist. I hope I can. Para wala tayong trabaho, di ba? Parang sulat ka na, publish. No. Yeah. So when you discover, if you have this calling, if you have this nature, as Chris was saying, darating sa'yo, pak, wala. Kahit anong laban yung gawin mo. Ako, I fought for this like years. I hid it. Hindi. Ngayon, mas madali ang buhay.
Because the culture is more accepting.
Acceptance.
Yes. Oo. Yeah, kaya shout out dyan sa mga Zoomers. Talagang nag-aaral sila, interested sila, wala silang pakisabihin. I want to learn this. That is a very, very uplifting. This is a very uplifting time for us. Oo.
Yeah, kasi yung culture ngayon very inclusive, more understanding, if I may say. Hindi po sa pagdidis sa mga older generation, but I mean, kaya nga, like me, I'm really more open-minded. Pag sinabi sa akin na may ganito, and parang naku-curious din talaga ako on how it happens. So, ano po yung tingin niyo dun sa notion? Because there's also a popular notion na these two things, tarot reading and feng shui, they're predicting the future. Is it really predicting the future? Kung sino man yung binabasa nyo, or more, how do you comment on that?
Okay. It's a forecast. It can be a forecast. For me, for example, I read you. Oh, this is your tendency. This is what you do. So what are your plans? You will ask me, oh, my plan is like this. Okay, so I'll tell you. Also, so your plan is like this. So your tendency is like this. So if your plan is like that, this is what you should do. So I could tell you how to reach that goal. I could tell you some timelines of reaching that goal. But I can only give you options. And ikaw ang pipili kung ano option mo. Usually, halimbawa, may nagpa-read sa akin na, oh, I'm in love with this boy. But this boy has a wife or a partner. Siyempre, di-discourage ko yan. Pero hindi pwede. Pero sabi mo, shucks, it is a process that she has to go through. Kahit anong sabi mo na wag yan kasi masama yan, hindi yan pwede, bla bla bla. Kailangan yung pagdaanan yan. Pagdaanan mo, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Pero ito yung mangyayari. Sasabihin ko kung ano mangyayari. Mamaya magpaparid yan, dalawa lang yan. Sinunod niya ako, hindi niya ako sinunod. Pero sinabi ko na, pag hindi mo ako sinunod, ito mangyayari. So, parang practical advice lang, you know. But syempre, iba kasi yung may connection. The empathy and the words that you choose to the person para mas maniwala siya. Hindi mo kasi pwedeng, actually malapit na kami mawala ng side job with all these memes that are coming out na, you know, instead of saying na, you know, you shake it off or lakad mo lang yan. Hindi. Sasabihin namin, oh, it's really a very difficult process. You really have to go through this and you have to embrace that darkness that you are going through right now because you have no other choice but to go through this. And then, at the end of it, may mangyayari. Meron ka makikitang maganda. Yun na yun. The things that we were saying before a long time ago is now becoming more popular. So then, I guess, Chris, the power of what we have, though it's not really mainstream, is the power of the words. Because empathy really has power. And that's why I think everybody can do this. Everybody has to
and words
find
cut.
a solution. How to cut through it.
Yeah. Sa akin naman, pagdating sa mga yung nahuhulaan yung future, depende po yung
Wala siya. Okay.
Wala.
We have a lot of comments. Can you?
We do. Oh, sorry. I didn't know. So, I want to shout out muna kay Cesar Camillo. Hi! Ay, hindi ko nakita. Hindi ko pala na-scroll. Akala ko tatlo lang yung nag-comment kay
Dami.
Kay Daryl. Hi, Daryl. Sir Ross. Si Ibarra. Hello, gandang gabi kay Yana Capiral. Kay Sir Iro Brillantes. Good evening, sir. Shout out kay Miko. Hindi ko kailangan dadaan dito pag tapos si MECQ. And kay Miss Estrella, meron tayong question. Miss K, any other characteristics ng tao na intuitive? May ascendant o sun sign ba na mas intuitive than the others?
I don't know. Okay, kamukha ko, ano ko. Okay, so, meron, in astrology, I think there are, in the chart, makikita doon kung sino yung intuitive. Pero kailangan ng birth chart. And I'm not really familiar with, but, ito yon. Pag nararamdaman mo, ang pakiramdam ng katabi mo, pagka minsan, pakiramdam mo, yung partner mo, kailangan mong dalhin yung buo niyang problema sa buong mundo, or hindi mo ma-heal yung inner child kasi naaalala mo lagi kung paano ka pinagalitan ng nanay mo nung bata ka. Ang dami mong na-absorb na problema ng ibang tao, hindi naman sa'yo, tapos titigil ang mundo mo. Malamang intuitive ka.
Oh, I hope. Sige na. Go.
At minsan, pag may sinabi ka nangyayari, lalo na pag halimbawa, yung mga kaklase mo, alam mo yung isa, yung dalawang tao may gusto sa isa't isa, and then magiging sila, pero alam mo na before tinitingnan mo palang nangyari yon. Nangyari yun sa akin. First year high school. Ito, magiging sila. Bago kami yung fourth year, nangyari lahat. It was listed in my diary. So, ayoko na. Dati parang, no, I'm from UP. No, we don't do this.
Stop. Yeah. Where's the logic? But yes, I guess, knowing the behavior kasi, diba? Kasi it's intuition. And there's nearly no logical for intuition. That's why they say, trust your gut.
Yes.
May isa pang question. There's a question to both guests, although hinintay namin bumalik si Miss Chris. Comment lang kayo kung may question kayo about feng shui. Pero yung isang question is, paano malalaman pag negative or ang katabi o kausap? Umuusok ba eyes nila? May characteristics ba?
Mabigat. You cannot see it physically, you could just feel it energetically. Di ba minsan uuwi ka na hindi mo maintindihan? Bakit ang pikat-pikat ng pakiramdam mo, wala ka naman problema that day? Or narinig mo yung boss mo pinapagalitan yung office mate mo, tapos mamaya mararamdaman mo na yung nararamdaman ng office mate mo. So, yun yung mga bagay na you have to watch out for and make sure that you know what to do next. Because that affects your mental health as well.
Yes.
So, yan ang mga problema.
And you need that headspace
yes.
For you to be able to continue.
Oo. So, it's really, really okay to say no if you don't feel well. So, that is something that I have learned over the years. Dati hindi intuitives, no. They wouldn't say no. Pero pagkapagod ka na, tama na po.
Shout out po sa mga nangangailangan. Pagka di na kaya, no na po.
No na po, tama na po.
So, kaya, sinabi ko yan kasi shout out ko rin ang aking admin, friends, Fifi, G, Shell. Shell, nakikinig ka ba dito? And si Ken. Hello. Okay. So, nakabalik na rin si Miss Chris, but maybe this is time. I know gusto pa nating mag-usap, but now let's see it in action. Para may idea pa tayo kung paano siya nangyari. And also me, I'm very excited. Just so you know, Miss K, gusto ko siya. Kasi yun yung gusto yung tanong, di ba? Kailangan gusto. So gusto ko talaga siyang magawa. Kasi I'm also interested how we can apply this to other things. Kasi as you said, diba, it's an industry in the US. And we're wondering why this is not here in the Philippines. And I also want to know how we can apply these. So,
actually, I have friends who nagtataxes na sila on this. Kasi full practice sila hindi ko katulad na I have very limited clients. I have very limited time for this. So yes, so it's becoming an industry, and I hope there will be a champion for these kinds of things. Like diba? Sabi mo nga kanina, Korea started in like early 90s, and look at them now. You know, Hollywood is.
It needs a lot of institutional support.
Yes,
also.
Hollywood is like, oh no, what's happening? our domination is being
nanalo ng Oscars na.
Yeah, nanalo Oscars. Pag hindi nanalo ng Grammys, nagwawala ang mga tao. And now, so it's years of institutional support. Yes, and planning. The geopolitical targets. Pagka familiar ka sa geopolitics and then you look at K-pop, you know that they targeted China and US. Hindi, hindi ano yan. Ako magagalit sa akin.
Calculated.
Oh, magagalit sa akin. BTS Army, wag kayo magalit kasi BTS Army ako.
Oo nga, okay, magalit kay Miss K. Alam na alam kong BTS Army siya. Sobrang everyday may post about K-pop. So,
But we have to talk about political realities.
yes, yes. That's true.
Oh.
Isa pang shout out all the way from Osaka. Hi, Kuya Jet. Thank you for watching. Okay, so let's can we try it? How does this go?
So I have so this is the tarot cards. So if you could tell me something of your concern, anong gusto mong malaman? Maybe I can help you process.
Ano gusto ko malaman? Pwede ba yung about success? Like, kaya lang ang hirap i-define, pero
I get you.
thank you.
Okay. Kasi you're the type of person when you're into something, you're all in. Bang. Okay. You don't take it as a job, but you take it as a calling, as something spiritual. That is, I have to do this during my lifetime. And when you do it, talagang passion mo andon. Andon talagang buhos. Okay, the card is asking you to be very, very objective about it. Because itong una, this is the cups. This is very emotional. This is how you process things. Very much emotional. At the same time, you also believe in fate. That whatever comes along your way, it's more of a fate than something that you really worked hard for. But I believe that you worked hard for it. It's just that the mental state that you are in tells that, this is what the universe wants you to do. This is God what wants you to do. And you really, that's it, go all in. But the thing is, the card's also telling you that despite of it all, that you're all in and, you really love what you're doing, you have to maintain some form of objectivity. And kasi you're very feminine eh. Look at this. It's flow, it's feminine, you give it all. But you have to discover the masculine side of things. Kailangan mo ma-draw out. Firm. Kailangan mo maging firm. Kailangan mo maging decisive, especially in the industry that you chose to work with. It's a male-dominated industry. And that's why you're there, because this has to come out. And with the assignment that you're given, just discard. Okay.
Ay, by the way, disclaimer, hindi alam ni Miss K yung buong buhay ko. Okay, hindi kami sobrang close. Pero,
friends.
wow. Wow.
Yeah. So this is something that you have to work out. How are you going to work out? How are you going to be more masculine? The workout, if you exercise, kailangan mo buhat.
Oh my gosh, guys. Bigyan niyo ako ng workout tips. Okay.
So, and then mas grounded. Kailangan mo mas maging grounded kasi your water. I don't know when your birthday is, but yung energy mo is flow, water. If you could be just nice to everyone. Oh, you're Aquarius. So, ang tendency mo talaga ay gusto mo makatulong. But this time of year medyo difficult until the next year. For 1.5 years, you might experience some kind of impediments, a lot of self-discipline, a lot of things that you have to really work out. You're okay. Kasi you're very passionate, wala nang problema. Pero mas madali yun for you pagka mas magiging lalaki minsan. I'm so anti-patriarchy, but we have to use both of our ang tawag dito, pareho ng ating katauhan, where I could be female, but my personality is half male, half female. Everybody has that kind of convergence. And this has to come up. So Bita, talk more with your guy friends on how to not be emotional or how to diss some.
I have 3 kuyas.
Oo. How to diss some misconceptions. Ang galing-galing ng mga lalaking wala yan. Wala yan. So kailangan mo. Yeah.
Sila ganun.
Diba?
Thank you. Wow, okay, grabe. Also, kasi yun nga, yung sa advocacy namin, o yung mga ano ko dyan, mahirapan pa daw tayo, pero kaya natin yan. Sige.
Oo. Sasamahan mo lang talaga siya ng faith. Your spiritual belief is impeccable. So, dito ka talaga na ano. Kaya madali ka mag-manifest.
Manifest. Thank you, Miss Kay. Sorry, virtual siya. So maybe next time I can ask for more pag physical. Baka maiba yung... Hindi ko alam if you can read my aura ngayon. Hindi ko rin alam kung anong... Sabi na may kulay daw eh. May kulay yung
Hindi ko
aura.
lang nakikita.
So,
Sila-
of course.
Iba na yun sila na yun.
Okay. Sige. So, thank you so much for that. Thank you for giving your time. I know, Ms. Kay, hindi madaling mag-read. And thank you so much for giving your energy for this and
Yeah,
giving
I
your
like-
inputs.
I like talking about it. So it's okay.
Thank you. Yes, in the open. Now in the open. Thank you. So ngayon, Miss Chris, you're back. Welcome back. Do you want to sample? Ano bang baka may mga tayo By the way, sa mga viewers namin, mamaya we have a game and you can win 1 free tarot reading from Miss Kay. All right? So stay lang kayo until the end. You might win it. Win it. Okay, thank you. Sige, Miss Chris, your turn.
Yes po. Miss sino ba to? Si Mama. Si Miss Pam. February 1993 ka, no?
Yes.
1993. Ang 1993 is Year of the Rooster. Yun yung base natin ng computation. And yung kuha number mo is 3. Ang problem mo lagi ay misunderstanding, arguments, and also yung authority mo na lagi ma-misunderstood the way you talk. Sa relationship mo, interpersonal or sa pagdating sa pamilya, misunderstood, ganun, paano ba i-express ng words natin. Tapos, palagi kang on the go, yun nga lang, lagi kang dadalawang isip sa mga bagay na mga gusto mong gawin. Minsan, diretso ka. Minsan naman, ayaw mong gawin, pero kahit ginagawa mo pa rin. Lalo pag nagiging, stubborn sa sarili mo. Pero ang malakas sa'yo is spiritual. Oo, palagi kang nagdadasal mag-isa sa sarili mo. Pag ikaw ay nagda-down, lagi kang kahit saan ka mapunta, kahit nasa sasakyan ka, nasa naglalakad ka, pag medyo doubt ka sa yung pinupuntahan or plano, lagi kang prayer na sa loob mo. Yung problem mo lang is that lagi kang may misunderstood minsan. ng mga pagdating sa relasyon. Yan lang. Yan lang alam ko maibasa sa dito po at the
For
moment.
now,
Kasi,
virtual.
for
Pero
now.
thank you. Lots of input. Grabe. Ang consistent.
Yes,
Pero,
diba?
Kasi the number 3, which 3 is ang element ng 3 is metal. Metal to metal. Ang kailangan mo lang ngayon is water. Ang lagi mong kulay is blue. Ang isusuot mo pag may transaction ka o meron kang magkausap na gusto mong i-goal para makuha mo yung victory sa 19. And the opportunity po combining with the personal and characteristic mo na medyo authority and authoritative and parang mukhang maldita at lagi mukhang palaaway. Ganon.
thank you. Actually,
Oo.
laging yan yung akala ng mga tao sa akin.
Yes, oo. Mukhang palaaway na ganon. Pero hindi naman totoo. Lagi kang open, lagi kang magaan kasama. Ganon.
Water.
Mahilig ka lang.
Number 3.
Mahilig ka lang mamili ng syempre, kung saan mo may align at may blend ang sarili mo.
Diba, Chris? Basta align
Yeah.
ka sa binabasahan mo, wala kang tigil. Dire-dire.
Yeah. Oo, yun ang problema ko. Kaya konti-konti lang hanggat hindi ko muna may interact ang vibes ko sa, alam mo na. Hindi ko pa. Sorry. Pag first time talagang virtual na nag
Alam din nung
Yun
iba
lang may
kong-
basa ko sa iyo, Miss Pam. Sorry ha. Ito.
No, thank you so much. Alam ko po medyo mahirap, pero thank you so
Mm-mm.
much for doing this and giving your time and energies. For me, kasi ako lang po yung binasa nyo ngayon.
Karinya.
pero
Karinya, parang gusto niya maging abogada or whatever. Lawyer.
sige,
Yeah.
po yun. Kaya Pats, pa nanonood ka.
Gusto niya maging lawyer. Or yun ang nature na yung kanyang personality at saka energy alignment. Ganun. Bagay sa ganung career.
Sa mga friends ko nanonood, agree ba kayo? O alam niyo na ngayon na pag naka-blue ako, I have something important. Saka, ano ko yung number 3
For this year,
for
si
this
metal to
year.
metal is kailangan mong iharangan yung kalawang ng energy na nasa nature.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our game, thank you again na. Thank you sobra. I mean, mamaya po message pa ako na heartfelt thank you sa inyo. Pero for our game, actually very easy lang. We want you all my chance to win. Just comment in our live video right now the name of our vlog. Very easy, diba? Just comment it there and then i-raffle siya ng aming system ni Kion, our tech tonight. And we, kung sinong, Kion tama ba, random? Or sinong mauna? Sino daw mauna mag-comment ng ating vlog, title of the vlog tonight, you will have,
Pero nakita ko
you
sa
will win the free tarot reading by Miss Kay Domingo. So please comment right
Media.
now. Anong pangalan ng vlog?
Ay, sorry. Nakamute
Bigay na
ako.
ba ako ng ano? Nandyan na rin siya sa aming title. Oh. So please comment. Okay, so I will now thank again our guests tonight. Madadevelop pa to. Actually, the first session really is for a lot of people who have different notions, misconceptions about tarot reading and feng shui to understand a little bit more about them and put a face. Kasi yun din yung kulang eh. Some people don't know how the practice goes. But these are two people who are already practicing it and have given most of their time and their life to this. So thank you very much. Again po to our guests, Ms. Kay Domingo, Ms. Chris Capco. Thank you very much. And for our, ayan na, meron nang nag-comment. Si Yana Capiral, one of the people who asked questions kanina. Siya yung nag-comment. Kian, tama ba?
Yan, na client ko yan. Friend ko yan, friend. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll give you a reading.
Okay, so you'll get the free reading from Ms. Kay. So message ka na lang namin and of course si Ms. Kay, how you will and when you can schedule this with us. So thank you. We're running out of time. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. What a great start for our new vlog. And again, thank you for our two guests. You don't know how much it means to me na kayo po yung unang nag-appear. And I felt very comfortable. Thank you very much din po for our new vlog, Pop Bits Trending, brought to you by Blueprint.ph, where we turn your likes into votes. Pa-share na lang din po and hopefully I'll see you again next week for more awesome trends and interesting people here on Pop Bits Trending. Thank you to the team. Shout out din sa team namin, kay Angela, Ron, Ross, Carl, Sir Iro, Miss Girlie, Miss Kay. Thank you so much and good night. So see you
Bye.
again next week. Bye.